Good morning students. Once again welcome back in maths class. Today again we continue our chapter 8. Today we will study about volume. So first of all, what is volume and where we find volume? Volume always find in the solid object. Okay. Area we find in plane. In solid also we can find surface area. Okay. But in solid we find volume also. Okay. So let me start volume. What is volume? First of all, the amount of space taken by a solid is known as its volume. जो solid object होते हैं like cube, cuboid, सिलेंडर, कोन, जो भी solid object होते हैं तो जो वो surface amount of space जो space cover करते हैं means उनमें क्या होती है solid object में आपके पास length, breadth के साथ साथ height भी होती है. प्लेन में तो लेंथ एंड ब्रेथ होती है. दैट्स व्हाई वी फाइंड देयर एरिया. बट इन सॉलिड वी हैव लेंथ, ब्रेथ एंड विद दैट वी हैव हाइट आल्सो. लाइक एट योर होम यू हैव फ्रिज. तो फ्रिज क्या होता है जो बेस फ्लोर पे भी कवर करता है वो हाइट में भी कवर करता है. सो दैट्स व्हाई वी फाइंड देयर वॉल्यूम. ओके, क्योंकि वो स्पेस जो है रूम में स्पेस को कवर करते हैं वो लेंथ, ब्रेथ के साथ साथ हाइट को भी कवर करते हैं. So that's why we find their volume. Okay, only length और breadth cover करती है जैसे आपका board है. So we find its area. But in solid object we find volume. Okay, so the amount of space taken by a solid is known as its volume. Now volume is always measured in cubic unit. Why? Because in volume we have three measurement: length, breadth and height. हमारे पास जो सॉलिड ऑब्जेक्ट होते हैं उसमें थ्री मेजरमेंट होते हैं. थ्री यूनिट्स को हम मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं. सो व्हेन वी मल्टीप्लाई थ्री यूनिट्स सो वी विल राइट दैट इन क्यूबिक बिकॉज थ्री इज रिटन एज क्यूबिक. टू व्हेन वी मल्टीप्लाई टू यूनिट्स इन एरिया वी आर मल्टीप्लाइंग टू यूनिट्स सो दैट इज रिटन एज स्क्वायर. जब टू यूनिट्स को हम मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं तो उसको हम स्क्वायर में राइट करते हैं. एंड व्हेन वी मल्टीप्लाई थ्री यूनिट्स सो वी राइट इन क्यूबिक. क्लियर? So volume always measured in cubic units. Then after that, now we will talk about the volume of cube and cuboid. Okay? यहाँ पे सिर्फ आपके पास वैसे हम वॉल्यूम कोन, सिलेंडर सबका वॉल्यूम निकलता है. But in class 5th we will study only about the volume of cube and cuboid. Okay? So first of all, volume of cuboid. वॉल्यूम ऑफ क्यूबॉइड हम कैसे निकालेंगे? उसके लिए हम क्या करेंगे? लेंथ, वी शुड मल्टीप्लाई लेंथ बाय ब्रेथ एंड बाय हाइट. लेंथ, ब्रेथ और हाइट को हम मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे सो दैट विल बी द वॉल्यूम ऑफ क्यूबॉइड. अगर हम ओनली लेंथ एंड ब्रेथ को मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं सो दैट इज एरिया एंड एरिया ऑफ रेक्टेंगल. अब आपका जो क्यूबॉइड है वो किससे बनता है? क्यूबॉइड आपका रेक्टेंगल से बनता है. ओके, बिकॉज क्यूबॉइड ऑल फेसेस आर इन रेक्टेंगल शेप. जो क्यूबॉइड के और फेसेस होते हैं वो कैसे होते हैं? रेक्टेंगल शेप में होते हैं ऐसे. ओके, सो उसका जो बेस होता है वो कैसा होता है? ये आपका फेस, दिस ऑल आर इन रेक्टेंगल शेप. सो एरिया ऑफ रेक्टेंगल क्या होता है आपका? लेंथ मल्टीप्लाई बाय ब्रेथ. बट व्हेन वी आर फाइंडिंग वॉल्यूम, क्यूबॉइड कम्स फ्रॉम रेक्टेंगल. रेक्टेंगल से सॉलिड शेप बनती है आपकी क्यूबॉइड. So in cuboid we have height also. ये हमारी length होती है, this is length and this is breadth and this one is height. So with length, if we are multiplying only length and breadth, so this is the surface area of cuboid. वो आपका cuboid का क्या होगा? surface area. surface area मतलब जो फ्लोर के साथ टच हो रहा है, that is the surface area. But with that we multiply height also. So that is the volume of cuboid. So volume of cuboid is length multiplied by breadth multiplied by height. Clear? After that, volume of cube. Cube किससे बनता है? By the square. Because all faces are equal in cube. Cube की shape जो होती है आपके पास किस टाइप से होती है? Like this we have square and all faces are in square shape. जो आपके faces होते हैं वो square shape में होते हैं. Okay? Like this we have cube. आपकी जो टाइल्स होती है that is in क्यूब शेप. सो ऑल फेसेस आर इन स्क्वायर शेप. स्क्वायर की जो सॉलिड फॉर्म बनी दैट इज क्यूब. ओके, सो देयर इज 6 फेसेस एंड ऑल फेसेस आर इक्वल. So if we are finding side multiply by side, जब हम साइड को साइड से मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं तो क्या निकलता है इसका सरफेस एरिया, मींस एरिया ऑफ स्क्वायर, क्योंकि स्क्वायर जो है दिस फेस इज इन स्क्वायर शेप, दिस इज आल्सो इन स्क्वायर शेप, और फेसेस आर इन स्क्वायर शेप। तो अगर हमने साइड से साइड को मल्टीप्लाई किया सो दैट इज द एरिया ऑफ स्क्वायर, वो स्क्वायर का एरिया हो गया। बट स्क्वायर से जो आपके पास सॉलिड ऑब्जेक्ट बना दैट इज क्यूब, तो उसके लिए हमारे पास इसमें हाइट भी आ जाती है, लेंथ, दिस इज ब्रेथ एंड दिस वन इज हाइट। लेंथ ब्रेथ के साथ आपके पास हाइट भी होती है। एंड इन दिस क्यूब वी हैव ऑल आर सेम, सारे आपके पास क्या होती है सेम, लेंथ भी उतनी होती है, ब्रेथ भी उतनी होती है, हाइट भी सेम होती है, ऑल आर इक्वल, सो वी कैन से दैट साइड all are same, all are side, so that's is side multiply by side multiply by side, length multiply by length multiply by length। हम इसको ऐसे भी राइट कर सकते हैं L into L into L, L into L into L, because all are equal, and we can say side multiply by side multiply by side, this is the volume of cube। And by this, when we know the volume of cuboid, so we can find, if we know the volume of cuboid, length and breadth, so we can find height. If we know the breadth and height, so we can find length. If we know the length and height, so we can find breadth. Because there is a relationship. Their relationship, these are in multiplication. So if we know the volume and these two measurements, so we can find third one by dividing. Volume divided by length, and which two measurement is given? By that we have to divide the volume. Okay, so let me start our exercise. Now exercise 8.5. Question 1 is there. In question 1 there is given some blocks and you should find the volume of these blocks. Means firstly you count the block, how many block is there, and that will be the volume of the boxes. Okay, so that you have to find yourself. First question you will do in the book, you will count the number of boxes. Boxes given है वो सिर्फ आपको count करने, how many boxes are there, that will be the volume of that figure. Clear? Now we will start question number 2. So question 1 you will do yourself in the book. Now question number 2 you will do in the notebook. We will start now. Question 2 is there. Calculate the volumes of the following. Here is figures given to you and you should find their volume. In A part you have cuboid and in B part you have a cube shape. In C also you have a cube shape and in D cuboid. So C is same like B and D is same like A. So C and D you will do yourself. A and B I am solving here. Okay. So here is given in A part there is given cuboid shape. Okay. There is given length that is 4 meter. Breadth is 10 meter and height is 4 meter. Okay, as you wish you can take this one as a length and this one as a breadth. Okay, आपकी wish है, आप इसे as a length ले सकते हैं and this one is as a breadth. As your wish you can take. I am taking here length. Okay, length can be less or more. It is not necessary कि length हमेशा breadth से ज़्यादा हो. That can be less, that can be more. So length is 4 meter. I am taking length as a 4 meter. Okay. Now breadth. How much breadth is there? Breadth is 10 meter. And height. This is the height. जो ये होती है, this one is the height. This one length, breadth, and this one is height. जो ये वाली stick होती है, that is of height. Okay, ये 90 degree पे जो होती है that is a height. So now height is how much? 4 meter. Height is also same like length. So height is 4 meter. Now we know the length, breadth and height of the cuboid. So we can find its volume. So we write here volume of cuboid. Volume of cuboid. So as I told you formula, what is the formula of volume of cuboid? L into B into H. Length multiplied by breadth multiplied by height. So in short we can write it L into B into h. And if you want to write complete, you can write complete spelling. Length multiplied by breadth multiplied by height. Now we will put the value. सिर्फ आपको जैसे एरिया का फॉर्मूला था और आपने वैल्यू पुट की. The same way, this is the formula of volume. And you should put the value and you calculate your answer. Okay, the same process is there also. So now 4 multiplied by 4 is length, breadth is 10 and height is 4. 4 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 4. 4 tens are 40. Firstly we multiply these two. 4 tens are 40. Multiply by 4. Third is left. We multiply only these two. L into B. 4 tens are 40. 40 multiplied by 4. So 40 multiplied by 4, that's equals to 160. 4 zeros are 0. 4 fours are 16. 160. Now this is volume. This is not area. So as I told you that what is the unit of volume? Cubic. So we will use here cubic. C-U-B-I-C, cubic. And which one is there? Meter. If meter is there, so we will write here meter. If centimeter is there, so we write centimeter. If millimeter is there, so we will write here millimeter. So now we will write here cubic meter. This one we can write like this also. 160 meter power 3. As you miss, you can write like this also. And power 3 means cubic. Okay. Power 2 means square. And power 3 means cubic. So you can write like this also. You can write only this one. Okay. As you miss, from both you can choose. As you miss, you can write. Both are correct. So this is the volume of cuboid. That's your answer. Clear? Now it's a B part. Here is given cube shape. यहाँ पे आपको cube shape दे रखी है. In cube we have all sides are equal. जो आपकी है base, length, breadth, height, all are same in cube. यही difference है cube और cuboid में. In cuboid we have differ, and in cube all are same. So when all are same, that means this is cube shape. So we write here side. Side is what? 7 meter. This is the side of cube. Now we find volume of cube. So we write here volume of cube. So as I told you formula, side multiplied by side multiplied by side. In the short we can write it S into S into S. Complete you will write the spelling. Okay. In complete you will write complete spelling of side. In short you can write S into S into S. Now we will put the value. S is how much? 7 meter. So 7 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 7. Firstly we will multiply these two. Okay. So 7 sevens are 49. Multiply by 7. 49 क्या हो गया इसका? Surface area. Okay. क्योंकि 2 times जब हम multiply करते हैं, so that is area. Now third time we will multiply, so that will be volume. So 49 multiplied by 7. 7 nines are 63. 6 goes carry. 7 fours are 28. 28 plus 6, 34. So 343 cubic meter. Cubic meter. Okay, so this is your answer. This is volume of cube. So like this you will solve. You will find itself C part same as B and D part same as A. Okay. After that, in question number 3, what is there? Matching. Okay. So in that also you will find the volume. उसमें आपको dimensions given है, तो आप उन dimensions को multiply करेंगे and whatever correct answer by that you have to match. सिर्फ आपको उनको multiply करना है और correct के साथ match करना है. That also you will do in the book. Question number 3 also. After that we will do question number 4. Question number 4. Calculate the volume for each of the following. Here you have to find the volume. Okay. There is given area and height. Area means, as we know that area is length multiplied by breadth, otherwise side multiplied by side. If area of square, so that is side multiplied by side. If area of rectangle, so that is length multiplied by breadth. So here is given area, means two dimensions जो है that measurement is given here, that product is given. area means product of two dimensions. dimensions क्या होती है? जो sides, जो इनकी length, breadth, height, these are called dimensions. जो length, breadth, height होती है इनको हम क्या बोलते हैं? dimensions. Okay, so two dimensions product is given, that is area. Okay, area and height is given, you have to find volume. So I take here A part. In A part there is given area 25 square meter. Okay, height 5 meter. So now we find volume. Volume is, it can be rectangle, it can be cube, it can be cuboid. क्यूब भी हो सकता है, क्यूबॉइड भी हो सकता है, हमें कोई फर्क नहीं है इससे. हमें सिर्फ डायरेक्टली करना है एरिया मल्टीप्लाई बाय हाइट. इट मे बी क्यूब, क्यूबॉइड, एनी शेप कैन बी देयर. सो एरिया मल्टीप्लाई बाय हाइट. ओके, एरिया मल्टीप्लाई बाय हाइट. नाउ एरिया इज व्हाट? 25 multiply by height is 5. 25 multiplied by 5, that's equals to 125. Now volume is always measured in cubic, so we write here cubic and meter. Which unit is there? Meter. So cubic meter. That's your answer. So here also you can get how it's come cubic, because square is already, but 2 times unit is given here. Meter, square meter means meter power 2, and 1 time meter is there, so square and 1 time more, so it's become cubic. So when meter, square meter multiply by meter, so it's become cubic meter. So in volume we write cubic meter. Okay, now it's a B part. B part is also same. B, C, D, all parts are same. So I take here A and B. C and D you will do yourself. Okay, in B part also area and height is given, so we will write here volume. Volume equals to area multiply by height, because as we know that in area 2 dimension product is there. area में जो है 2 dimension का product given है, so 3rd dimension also will multiply. So area multiply by height. Area is 148 multiply by 16. Okay, 148 multiply by 16. So as you know 16 table, so directly you can multiply, and if you don't know the 16 table, so you can multiply like this, 148 multiply by 16. But if you know the 16 table, so directly you can multiply as your wish. अगर आपको नहीं है तो आप ये ऐसे मल्टीप्लाई कर लेंगे. 6 8s are 48, 4 goes carry, 6 4s are 24, 24 plus 4 28, 2 goes carry, 6 1s are 6, 6 plus 2 8. Okay, 1 8s are 8, 1 4s are 4, 1 1s are 1. Now we add them. 8 6 13, 1 carry, and there is 2, 2368. क्लियर? आप ऐसे डायरेक्टली 16 की टेबल बोल के भी अगर आप ये नहीं शो करना चाहते, सो इट इज नो नीड टू शो. आप डायरेक्टली 16 टेबल you can speak by 16, you can multiply directly. Okay, so that's become 2368 cubic. Which unit is there? Centimeter. So we will use here centimeter. That's your answer. Okay, so if you want to show this product, you can show, and if you don't want to show, so directly you can multiply and you can find your answer. So the same way you will do it C and D part also, that you will do yourself. Now we will do question number 5. Now question number 5. Fill in the missing entry in each of the following. Means which is missing, that you have to find. Which measurement is not given, that you have to find. Okay, so A part is there. Their length is given 8 meter, breadth is given 10 meter, and volume is given 560 meter cubic meter. Okay, so there is given length, breadth and volume, and you have to find height. Okay, here what you have to find? Height. So how you will find? As you know, volume equals to length multiplied by breadth multiplied by height. Okay, जो वॉल्यूम होता है वो आपका क्या होता है, L into B into H. Clear? Now you have to find here height. H you have to find. So that means these two we have removed from here. And when we remove from here, so this will come with volume. This length and breadth will come in the side of volume. So when we change the sides, so these are in the multiplication with height. So when we they will go with volume, so they will be in the divide. So height equals to volume divided by L into B. Length multiplied by breadth, because length and breadth both are in multiplication with height. So we will leave only height here, and length and breadth we will change their place with volume side. Okay, volume की side में हम इसका place ले जाएंगे. So volume upon L into B. And if we want to find breadth from here, if we want to find breadth, so length and height that will go down of the volume. Volume divided by L into H. Okay. And if we want to find L, length, अगर हमें find करनी है तो क्या करेंगे हम? Volume divided by, now L we have to find. So what is left? Breadth and height. So volume divided by breadth into height. These are the three formulas when we have volume and two other measurement. जब आपको volume given है और उसके साथ two other measurement given है, जैसे length breadth या breadth height या फिर length and height. So how we can find third measurement? Volume divided by rest two measurement in the multiplication. Okay. So now we find. So height equals to volume divided by L multiplied by breadth. Length multiplied by breadth. Length and breadth will become in the denominator. So we write here volume upon L into B. Clear? Now volume is here 560 upon length is 8 and breadth is 10. Now we can cancel. Okay, whatever come in the table, by that we have to cancel. So firstly we cancel 0 by 0. 0 से 0 cancel. Fraction का question हो गया आपके पास, fraction multiplication. So 0 to 0 we can cancel. Now from here there is left 1 and there is 8. In numerator we have 56. So in 8 table we will see that 56 is there or not. So in 8 table we have 56, where 8 sevens are 56. So at the 7 number we have 56. So we can cancel by 8. 8 ones are 8 and 8 sevens are 56. Now in numerator what is left? 7. And in denominator 1 is there, 1 is there. 1 ones are 1. 7 upon 1, that means 7. And which unit is there? Meter. So 7 meter. So what's the height? So height equals to, so height equals to 7 meter. That is your answer. Okay. So like this you have to find. Now it's B part. In B part what you have? Breadth is given 12 centimeter. Height is given 8 centimeter. And volume is 480. Now here you have to find length. Means breadth and height is given and volume is given. So volume will be in the numerator and we will do divided by breadth multiplied by height. Breadth and height will be in the denominator. So length equals to volume upon B into H. Breadth into height. Okay. Now what is volume here? 480. Upon breadth is 12 and height is 8. Clear? So now we will see that in 12 table we have 48. 0 is there, so 0 will be 0. And we will see that in 12 table it is or not. So in 12 table we have 48. 12 fours are 48. Okay. So 12 ones are 12. 12 fours are 48. 12 zeros are 0. When 480 divided by 12, so we will get the answer 40. Okay. Now we will see that 40 comes in 8 table also. So we can cancel by 8 also. 8 ones are 8 and 8 fives are 40. Okay. So from numerator what is left? 5. And in denominator 1 ones are 1. Okay. So 5 upon 1 that equals to 5 centimeter. Okay. That is the length. One more method. अगर आपको ऐसे that is easy. आप easily इनको cancel कर सकते हो. But if you can't cancel like this, so what you will do? 480 numerator as it is. Denominator में आप इनको multiply कर लो. 12 8s are 96. Okay. So then you can solve it. How you will solve? आप इसे 480 divided by 96. आप डिनोमिनेटर्स को मल्टीप्लाई करके फिर डिवाइड भी कर सकते हो. फिर आप ऐसे डिवाइड करके देख सकते हो 480 divided by 96. So like this also you can calculate. But that is long process, that will take lot of time. Firstly you will multiply, then you will do divide. And this is the short method. Directly you can cancel and then you can find. So that one is easy. But if you can't do cancelling, so you can do multiply denominator and then numerator divided by denominator. Like this also you can calculate. Now after that we will do C part. Now C part. In C part you have length equals to 9 centimeter. Breadth is also 9 centimeter and height is also 9 centimeter. You should find its volume. So as you know, volume is what? Length multiplied by breadth multiplied by height. So L into B into H. In short we can write L into B into H. Now we put the value 9 into 9 into 9. So 9 9s are 81. 81 multiplied by 9. So multiply them. 9 ones are 9. 9 8s are 72. So it's become 729. But cubic centimeter because it is volume. So we write here cubic centimeter because this is volume. This is not height. This is not length. This is not breadth. So when we have volume, so that will come in cubic centimeter. In cubic it will come. So your answer is, so volume equals to 729 cubic centimeter. That's your answer. Okay, that's your answer. Now next is D part. Here is given length 12.5 meter. Okay, breadth is 10 meter and volume is 500 cubic meter. Here you have to find height. Length, breadth and volume is given to you. You have to find height. So how we will find? Volume divided by length multiplied by breadth. Okay. So we write here volume upon L into B. Now we put the value. Volume is 500. Length is 12.5 and breadth is 10. 12.5 multiplied by 10. Now it is a decimal. So what will we do? We should multiply. Firstly we remove the decimal. So there is two methods because there is in multiplication 10. So when we multiply, so its decimal will remove. And second is that whenever we have decimal, so upon we will take it 10. And this 10 will come in the numerator because this is in denominator. So when we remove this decimal, so in numerator we will take 10 in multiplication. Now this decimal remove. Finish. Okay. So for removing this decimal, because how we will remove decimal? 12.5. So what we write? 125 upon 10. Okay. So here we will write 125 upon 10. But this is in fraction. This is in 125 is in denominator. So this 10 where it will go? It will go in the numerator. With numerator it will be multiplied. Because denominator, again denominator will not come. So this denominator will go in the numerator. With numerator it will be multiplied. Okay. So we will remove the denominator. Remove the decimal from here. So it's become 125. So how we will remove the decimal? So in the next step we will remove, not here. So 12.5 multiplied by 10. Now in next step we will remove this decimal. So 500 upon 12.5. So we remove it. So it's become 125 upon 10. So it will come in the numerator 10 and multiply by 10. Okay. Now we should cancel. 10 to 10 cancel. 10 ones are 10. Finish. Now in 125 table we have 500. Where? At the 4. 125 fours are 500. 125 fours are 500. So 125 ones are 125 and 125 fours are 500. Now numerator multiply by numerator. So in numerator here is 4 and here is 1. 4 ones are 4. And in denominator 1 ones are 1. So 4 upon 1 means 4. And which unit is there? Meter. So 4 meter. So what's your height? 4 meter. So we can write here, so height equals to 4 meter. That's your answer. Clear? So like this you will do question number 5 complete. Okay. Thank you.